You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. I'm Pinky Webb. Our source today, Trade Undersecretary Ruth Castelo. Yusek Ruth, welcome to The Source and thank you so much for your time as well.
Oh yes, of course, Pinky. Thank you for the invitation.
So una-una, Merry Christmas na at pag-usapan na natin yung Noche Buena items. We know that this has increased from about 5 to 10%. Was that justified, Yusek, yung pagtaas ng hanggang 10%?
Oh yes, the components, the cost components that were submitted to us included the cost of the materials that manufacturers buy to produce these products. So we saw that from the start of this year, February, when the conflict in Europe erupted, everything, all the raw materials movement to the Philippines was affected. So logistics is one of the top reasons why these products have to increase their prices at this time.
And ito po kasi, pag pinag-uusapan yung Noche Buena items, for clarity, hindi po kasi ito kasama dun sa tinatawag na BNPC or Basic Necessities and Prime Commodities. Ibig sabihin, ang pwede nyo lang gawin dito sa Noche Buena items is to check the prices, but you really can't do much about it in terms of, pag sumobra ho ba yung taas, may magagawa ho ba ang DTI?
You're right, Pinky. Alam mo, yung Christmas products naman kasi, Noche Buena products, these are seasonal. Kailangan lang natin siya once a year. So hindi siya, they're neither basic nor prime. And you're also right that DTI has no power to regulate the prices. But we monitor them, and what we do is make an appeal. Naririnig nyo naman, palagi na lang nag-aapila ang DTI sa manufacturers so that they can temper increases. Yung kung pwede, absolute minimum muna because of the current situation. And in our monitoring, we have around, actually sobrang dami nung Noche Buena products din. We have 223 in our list. Iba-iba yan, like traditionally what we serve. And we have also monitored, we have seen the increases in prices.
Nagbigay nga ho kayo, sabi nyo nga ho sa 1,000, kaya pa pong bumili ng pang Noche Buena. Meron kang kalahating kilo ng ham, merong pasta, merong cream, merong fruit cocktail, at merong queso de bola.
Pero Pinky, that is very true kasi ginawa namin yan sa loob mismo ng supermarket. We computed, syempre bilihin na lang natin yung bundled products because savings there is significant, parang 20 to 70 pesos ang savings. And then at one point we were able to compute yung bundled products ng tomato sauce and pasta. 7 pesos na lang lalabas the cost of the spaghetti pasta that they will buy because of the bundle, yung promotional products.
I see. So yun po ang advice ninyo. Dun sa bundle, mas makakamura po ang publiko.
Malaking matitipid nila. But of course, we have to be wary also of the expiration date. Kailangan tingnan natin din yun.
Yeah.
Para sigurado na magagamit for Christmas.
I remember even months ago, Yusek, sinasabi nyo na bumili na kayo bago magtaas pa yung presyo, basta't mahaba naman yung expiration o yung shelf life ng mga bibiling produkto. Okay, so since the DTI really has no power to regulate the prices of these items because hindi nga sila basic nor prime, pag-usapan po natin yung basic and prime because there was a meeting with is it the Price Council, the National Price Council,
Coordinating Council, yes.
Right, on basic and prime commodities. We actually reported last week na walang magiging increase this year. Pero mukhang asahan next year. Tell us more about this.
The products that are in the suggested retail price bulletin ng DTI, ito sure talaga hindi siya gagalaw. We have around 218 products in our bulletin. Different brands, different variants, different volume, yung sizes nila. Hindi sila muna gagalaw this Christmas because Secretary Pascual already decided that we will have to publish maybe early next year as soon as we receive kasi the more detailed cost of production ng manufacturer. So habang hindi pa rin naman nila nasasubmit lahat, and because it's the holidays nga, palipasin na lang muna ni Secretary Pascual ang increase.
Pero sigurado meron na next year.
Unfortunately, I'm a bringer of bad news. Definitely po, kailangan na rin nating igalaw yan next year because we do not want manufacturers naman to trim down their operations or baka mag-retrench pa ng tao or baka magsara altogether, which is going to be bad for the economy and for the consumers as well kasi mababawasan yung kanilang choices ng medyo mura na produkto in the market.
And what items would these be? Nandiyan na ho ba yung sardines, yung canned meat, yung ganun po?
Oh yes, basic necessities would be composed of canned sardines, processed milk, whether it's condensed or evaporated, and then we have coffee and bread, instant noodles, some condiments like salt or soy sauce or pati yung suka, detergent soap and laundry soap, pati bath soap kasama din. And then for prime commodities naman, we have canned meat, whether it's beef or pork. And then toilet soap nga I mentioned earlier and batteries. Even yung maliliit na AAA batteries kasama po as prime commodity
Really?
in
Yeah.
DTI.
But when can we expect the increase next year and by how much? I mean, in terms of
We
percentage.
That's right. We do not want to ang hirap na Pinky. We do not want to rush rin increasing the prices of BNPCs, basic and prime nga. So we're looking at siguro mga early part of next year, maybe middle of January towards the the end. Kaya lang, syempre another consideration is people will just be reeling from the expenses of Christmas, di
Yeah.
ba? Tapos itataas mo ng presyo ng early January. So it's really a challenge. It's very difficult for us talaga.
And when was the last price increase? Wasn't it in August of this year?
That's right.
For
Yes, the
basic and
last
prime?
increase was made in August.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right, Pinky.
So Yusek, para to alam na po natin, sabihin na natin ngayon, mga ilan po yung increase na, saan po maglalaro yung increase ng basic and prime next year?
Oh, yes, that's right. Let me explain lang. We published the latest bulletin of SRP in August of this year. Pero kasi at any given publication, we limit the increase of products to 30% lang. Out of 218 products in the bulletin, we allow increases of maybe mga 40 to 50 items lang. Para may matira out of the 218, para may matira na hindi nagmo-move. So, this time naman, the pending increases, ito yung mga filed na rin before that we have
I
already
see.
studied. Kaya lang, tinatime rin natin at saka kinukumpleto lang yung study so that we can publish. Increases would be maybe up to 10% kasi that's our maximum also. Dahil pag more than 10% pa yung increase, it will not be affordable anymore. So we limit the price increases except for mga special circumstances that we have to go beyond 10%. But that's isolated, maybe one or two products lang out of 218.
Ganun pala yun, Yusek. Ang nangyari pala, kung ngayon ko lang naintindihan yon dun sa 280 items na humingi ng increase nung August, 30% lang ang pinayagan ninyo, about 70 items. So meron kang balance na hindi nagtaas nung August last year. So ito bang balance na ito, yung natitirang 70%, lahat na po ito mag-i-increase in January?
Ito na yung 30%, yung 70% hatiin pa din natin yun sa 30% lang. So the products that will increase now, itong susunod na publication will be only around 50, 55, 30%.
Yeah.
Of the total of 218.
Opo, kasi kung 218 more or less, parang 70 yung nagtaas nung August. Kung 30%, parang 70 din dapat na magtaas ngayon. Well, more or less, no? And then, so, after nito, meron pang taas kasi para bang may naiwan may balanse po na hindi ninyo pinayagan magtaas ng presyo.
That's right. So we talk to them, yung manufacturers, baka pwedeng next publication ka na or baka pwedeng hindi muna ngayon, early next year na lang, ganyan. Pumapayag naman sila kasi talagang if we increase more than 30% of the total number of SKUs in the bulletin, mahihirapan ng consumer. They will have less choices ng mga murang produkto or mga hindi nagtaas. At saka sa manufacturers kasi, another factor that plays in is the competition issue, diba? Sila rin naman mismo, they they would want to keep their prices low because hindi nabibili pagka tinaas
Opo.
nila ng todo, like 20, if it's way above 10%, hindi na rin sila mapipili ng consumer. So they're also very careful, and we take advantage of that para
Yeah.
hindi talaga masyadong malaki yung igagalaw nila ng
So,
presyo, or maybe decide not to increase their prices at all.
Yusek, so ibig sabihin sa January, there's more or less 30%, more or less, siguro mga 70 pa rin yun ma'am, na magtataas presyo. Pagkatapos po nung January, mid-Jan to end January, meron pong balanse. Kailan po yun? Does it happen every quarter?
We time it rin, Pinky. Once we receive the data na pagkakumpleto, we even if we're done reviewing, we time then the increases. Pero syempre, with the consent of the manufacturers naman to, na adjust lang muna rin sila depending on the current situation affecting consumers or their capacity to buy these products.
Okay. Is there anything na bababa po ang presyo next year?
For Christmas products, we expect some items to decrease their prices towards, getting closer to Christmas. For next year, parang wala pa akong nakitang report na or advice from manufacturers that they will decrease the prices or lower their prices. Parang wala pa, Pinky, but we will continue to communicate with manufacturers.
Okay. Trade Undersecretary Ruth Castelo, ma'am, thank you so much for your time.
Oh yes, of course. Thank you, Pinky.
Merry Christmas in advance. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.